Hello, and this is my Bioethics for Dummies presentation on the end of life by myself, Nino Balistreri. What does the end of life mean in bioethics? The end of life refers to the health care of an individual who is nearing the end of their life or advancing into the worst stages of terminal illness. This could mean stage 4 cancer and other life-threatening diseases. The subdefinition of this would break down into the end of life being decisions based on what to do with someone who is going to die for sure, which also breaks down into letting them live respectfully by putting them down, by letting them live of respectfully putting them down to rest. Considering the advantages of end of life, there aren't very many to look at or go through. And I found the 4 best I could on the articles I used for my sources. And the first one is respectfully putting someone to rest ends their suffering and looming thoughts of death. As one grows old and has the thought of death looming over them constantly, and they wish for their life to be ended, it is something that the doctors must consider respecting their opinion. It can be seen as the release into eternal life. In more of a religious sense, it can be looked at as a way of sending the soul off into eternal happiness, into heaven or the afterlife in whatever religion one follows. This could also be the wish of the patient, meaning that carrying it out would be fulfilling their final wish. As mentioned earlier, respectfully carrying out the patient's wishes may be something that they want done for themselves. And if the doctors do follow their wishes and carry it out, then their final wish was fulfilled, meaning that their purpose has been completed. And the last one may seem a little interesting. It is frees up space for someone else who happens to be suffering just as much. So someone who's holding up a hospital bed, debating on whether they decide to end their life or not, if they're holding back their true feelings, it is okay to let them out, as if once their procedure is complete, someone else can come in and they can have to make that same decision for themselves. Disadvantages. There are definitely more disadvantages when considering the end of life. These can be having to do with the law or with bioethics itself and how they combine and compare and contrast. So many people see the end of life from the outside as killing someone. Ending the life of an individual is against the law, thus being in a very negative light. It can be the lack of respect for the natural cycle of life. People believe that if God put us on this earth for a reason, that we should follow what His will is, not change it for ourselves. Is the cause of many conflicts in law and bioethics. Like I said before, there's been many debates over the years about the true ethical value of ending someone's life while they are suffering. Many people consider it to be unethical, including from the eyes of many different governmental officials. And some doctors push it and force it upon the patient even if it's not their wish. Ethical constraints. The ending of someone's life is something that is sort of taboo in the Department of Medical Procedures. There are many people debating on the ethical qualities of it. Higher powers and doctors believe that it is equivalent to the electric chair. Modern thinking has brought this up to the table, slowly becoming more unethical to carry this out. As time goes on, it becomes harder for this procedure to be done. And many people believe that they are being treated like animals if they are being told that they can end their life. So my personal opinion, I believe that every person has the right to decide their fate of life during times of never-ending suffering. It's not killing, rather it's out of respect for the person's best wishes. If a patient has decided that it is their time, the doctor should honor their decision to carry out the procedure. However, if the doctor were to do this without the patient's consent, I would definitely consider direct murder in all aspects. Maybe they thought they were doing the right thing, but something like this was definitely consensual. And this is my final works cited page. Thank you.